Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Insecure Season 4, Episode 4. Okay, I watched 90 Day Fiancé and Insecure yesterday. I was procrastinating doing my schoolwork, so that may have been why I had so much energy to do things that didn't pertain to my grades. That I have literally 5 days left. Did you hear me? 5 days left in this semester. Maybe 6 days, the 10th. 5 days left in this semester, 6 days left in this semester, and then 11 days until my fucking birthday. And I'm going to be 25 years old. Anyway, so we see Issa. She's in her apartment. She hears a knock on the door. It's her tenants. Apparently, she was supposed to do something with the water, and there's no water. Now, look, I be trying to be on Issa's side and everything, but when she ain't have water at the end, I was like, well, damn, Issa, did you never get it taken care of? Cause you kind of a bitch ass, manager, and I don't want to live here. But anyway, they was going at her, and then the little boy said something. What did he say? Like, how even old are you? I'm not opposed to slapping children. So if your children don't have um the manners or they haven't been raised enough to not talk to me like I'm crazy, I'm gonna slap your child and then I'm gonna mace you. So anyway, we see Andrew. Oh, okay. This pissed me off. Molly was working, and Molly gets on my nerves. Molly was working, right? Andrew comes over, they exclusive. She started talking about work, and he like, oh, I don't want to hear about this. Like he fake snoring. Bro, I ain't like that. I do not like that fake snoring shit. I'm confused. Y'all are exclusive. Y'all are in a relationship. What? Like, I can see him like not wanting her whole life to be about work and to like want some time, but that don't seem like you're supportive of her. Um what do they be doing? Like, what what do they be doing? Like, I see them go out to eat, or maybe go to, like, they were supposed to go to a music party, a listening party, or they were supposed to go to this, supposed to go to that, and Molly has canceled. But like, what do they do other than like eat and like have sex? What do they do? I don't get it. So anyway, they trying to have sex, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta finish this thing for work." He's like, "Fine, whatever." She goes to finish the thing for work. He goes to sleep because it's like 1:42. I would have loved to know what time he came over there, because that would have gave me like some good context. She goes in there. They have the sex. Okay, great. So we see Issa. She gets a call from the printer saying that we need to know if your flyers are, if they look how you want them to look, and we can print them out. So she's like, okay, I'll get back to you, since she has to have it done by 5 p.m. today. So she calls Condola. She like, yo, Condola, you can see the text thread. She like, yo, what's up? She calling her. She like, if you got any feedback about what's going on, feedback. She said, I was dropping my D's. A, B, C, D. That's why I love Issa. But she's trying to get in touch with Condola. And Condola, I'm fuck Condola. We not about to call this bitch Condoleezza Rice, condominium, Creole, canola oil. What else? Fuck that bitch. Okay. I know it's been cabinet. I know it's literally been one episode, but I don't trust it. I don't trust the bitch. Okay. I don't trust her. So we see Molly. She's with, I guess she's cool with the ladies at work. I can't remember what happened last season, if they weren't cool or if they were cool. I can't remember. She's back cool with the ladies at work. The one lady says that she's gonna leave because they got this like big old case that they're working on. And the one lawyer is like, yo, I can stay. And then Molly is like, okay, I'll stay. And they're like, oh, I thought you was like, going to see your boyfriend. And she's like, he understands that I work. Girl, it don't seem like he do. I I don't know. I don't like Molly. I'm trying to be unbiased so I can see it from Molly's perspective and see it from Issa's perspective and not, you know, be what I want to be, which is on Issa's side 100%. Because that's my bitch. Like, I don't know you, Molly. Fuck you. Like, girl, you was having sex with a married. I'm sorry. Let's not bring up people's past. Okay. But you do have to bring up people's past when they looking out the window and she says that her man gets it. She texts Andrew and says, "Hey, I have to reschedule." And he says, "Okay." So then we see Molly and Issa. Let me tell you something. Who does Molly think she is trying to take my parking spot? Hmm. If this is my friend, and I don't care if it's a parking spot, girl, I got in this parking spot first. The fuck? And you gonna sit up here talking about, I thought you said you were going. Yeah, I'm going in. Anyway, they get out the car. They both missed a couple of self-care Sundays, and they like, oh yeah, but we gonna still do it, right? Like we still want to do it. And they like, yeah, I want to do it too. That neither one of them want to do it. Okay. They meet Tiffany. Well, they meet Tiffany. Tiffany had her baby. Her wig lifting on the side. They shed light on how her experience as a black woman in the hospital being pregnant. If you didn't know, black women be going through racism. I don't know if you know, but black women be going through racism, and that racism don't stop when they go in a hospital and have a baby. So, they were talking about that. Derek was upstairs with Lawrence, and literally I love this show because it conveyed that Derek did not see women as women until he had a daughter. I was out here doing a lot of grimy shit before I met Tiffany, and now I got a daughter and people gonna do grimy shit to her. Man, that's crazy. He said every woman is somebody's daughter. Did you know that? Because I didn't. Anyway, so I don't know, because Derek said that they didn't plan to have this baby. And it was supposed to be like a 2 years because they were going to travel and doing everything, but now everything is on hold. And I was like, is that another drop in the Tiffany got pregnant by somebody else being, or is that just, life happens being? I'm really confused by that. So Derek says to Lawrence, well, it's worth it, so I'm gonna do everything to make it work. And then they show Lawrence, and he's like, I understand. Look, Lawrence is not cute to me. I said that last week, but I like the shoulders. Okay, I like this right here. So Molly, Tiffany, Issa, and Kelly are downstairs, and they're folding. She's talking about her experience giving birth and how she had a blood clot, and if Derek wasn't there, she don't know if she would be alive. And then she's talking about how she has a great partnership with Derek, and it's wonderful and it's beautiful. And Molly is like, wow, that's cool. Like me and Andrew got this partnership. I don't honestly feel like you and Andrew got this like partnership, like how you say. I don't feel it. Okay. Maybe I'm like being a hater because I don't like Molly. And I can admit that I'm being a hater. But like I don't see a partnership between them. I just see them going out to eat and fucking. And not a boyfriend and girlfriend. So okay. So she's like, yeah, me and Andrew got that partnership. I like that. And Issa makes a joke and she's like, okay, Jade, I see you on Red Table Talk. And they laugh. And she's like, well, I'm just talking about a partnership. Girl, okay. So Issa asks where to put the laundry, and Molly is like, well, you weren't here last week, but they said to put it over here. Okay, the fuck? I got a life. What are you talking, girl? I know my lighting is bad, but forget it. So Tiffany and Molly go upstairs to be with the baby. Issa asks Kelly, has like Molly said anything? And she's like, about what? And she just like, it just seemed like she's been coming at my neck lately. And Kelly is like, I think you should just talk to her, Maybe she feels the exact same way and feel like y'all need to just have some communication. And Issa says something that I think is just gonna be the whole like thing of the episode, not the episode of the season. Is she says, no, I think she just sees me how she sees me. Beady bow, beady bow. So Lawrence is in the other room, and Kelly is like, look at that nigga looking like a provider. He got a job and shit. So then Issa and Lawrence go outside to talk. Now I'm like, why in the hell do they need to go outside to talk? But they weren't talking about. I was on Twitter, and this is kind of separate, but not. I was on Twitter, and I was like, they were talking about how like Issa been doing stuff that like she said that she wasn't gonna do, and her track record is bad. And I had to think about it. Like, has there been anything that like Issa has like been so passionate about as far as like this block party where she has messed it up? Like, I don't really like get what people mean when they say like, well, Issa went outside to talk to Lauren, so I could see how that would look bad. Like, Molly is upstairs looking out the window judging them, then talking to Kelly like, man, she out there talking to Lawrence. She said that whatever she was saying, and I just feel like she gonna wrap me up in her drama. I'm getting mad. She gonna wrap me up in her drama, and I don't want to be in her drama. And she's saying that I'm doing old Molly shit, but she doing old Issa shit. What old Issa shit is she doing? Talking to Lawrence? Like, she ain't kissed Lawrence. She ain't said, baby boy, I want that old thing back. She hasn't had sex with Lawrence. She has not done anything with Lawrence. She's talking to Lawrence. And you're telling me that she's the same old Issa when you being that judgy ass bitch that you always been is the same old Molly. I don't like Molly. Like, I have to look at the actress, Yvonne, and I have to be like, girl, you are not Molly. Because, whew, just like Little Fires Everywhere. Had to look at Elena and look at Reese Witherspoon and be like, you're a bitch. But you're not, though. You're a person. Okay, Elena's the bitch. Anyway. So Tiffany is like, why don't you just talk to her? She could be feeling the same way. Kelly and Tiffany both gave great advice. Okay. They grown women. They didn't go and say, oh, did you hear Ethan? No, they didn't do all that shit. They said, talk to your friend. Maybe she's feeling some type of way as well. Y'all just need some communication. And what did they do? They sat down and talked, and now they're best friends again. No, they didn't. No, they didn't do that. So Lawrence and Issa are outside, and I was kind of annoyed because it's like, who you think the baby look like more? You needed to y'all needed to go outside and have this discussion about who the baby looks like more. Like, I'm annoyed. Like, I don't know if he's still messing with Condola, but I'm annoyed by this. I don't think that y'all need to have this much of a conversation if he's still involved with Condola. So we do the old trope of, I'm about to tell you something, but then you get a phone call, and so I don't tell you. And the phone call was saying that Schoolboy Q dropped out, right? The headliner dropped out. So she's like, oh my gosh, I need to find a new headliner. I just had all these flyers printed, so now I done lost money. I done lost my headliner. I need to get my shit together. So she's like, okay, I gotta go. What was you about to tell me? Lauren says, no, I'll tell you later. Okay. So I was on Twitter, and I did not think about the fact that Condoleezza Rice could have, like, it makes no sense. You haven't heard from Container all day, and then your headliner drops out. Come on. Carpet had something to do with it. That's all I'm saying. Maybe Carpet, because Carpet don't strike me as a person who is, petty or who would do something like that, but we don't really know her like that. We don't know Condo like that. So at the same time, fuck her. So she goes into the house. Issa goes into the house, and Issa's like, okay, y'all, I gotta go. Something's going on, right? And Molly looks out the window and sees that Lawrence is leaving, so she's like, bye. Molly, do you want to fight me? Huh? I I think that relationships between friends are so pure and so full of joy and will give you the most joy that you have out of your life, that either we are going to fight and get over it or we're going to break up. I'm not going to have this woman that I think is my best friend, that I love with all of my heart, sitting over here talking about, okay. I don't need all that. Molly, you got one more time to do it. No, you don't have one more time to do it. Fight me. If I was Issa, I would say, you know what? Fuck all that headliner shit. I would have taken out my earrings and I would have fought her right there. The fuck? Anyway, she goes home. She talking to Mirror Bitch. She's like, dang, girl, I need to talk. Mirror Bitch is like, bitch, I got shit going on here. Like, it's you always asking me to come and talk to you, but do you ever talk to me? Do you ever ask me about how my life is going? Bitch, my life is yours, but worse. Like, what are you talking about? What is worse? Like, what has happened in her life that is worse than Issa's life? Anyway, Issa starts calling around. She hit up Beyonce like, hey girl, I know you busy, but I'm dying and my final wish. She called she called somebody and she was like, hey, do you still know so and so? And they was like, oh, he got shot. Fatal. Oh yeah, it was fatally. You still got you still got his phone? Oh shit, his phone got shot. Dang. But I know you still out here, beach. And this lady was like, I'm saved. Oh my gosh, Issa went through all of that trouble. All of that trouble. So she finds an artist, because I'm gonna skip the Andrew and Molly part and then come back. She finds an artist. They are represented by Live Nation. She calls Molly because Andrew works for Live Nation. So she's like, if he can just get me in, then I can work my magic. She's like, hey girl, I want to talk. You got a second? Molly then says, oh yeah, girl, things been real tough at work. And I'm a little confused because at the same, like, I understand that Issa shouldn't have been so like, oh yeah, girl, that's crazy. Anyway, can you ask Andrew something for me? I can see how like that would be like, annoying to Molly, but at the same time, Issa called you and said, hey, do you have a moment to talk? And you said, oh, I've been going through so much. Like, you didn't even give her a chance to like say what she needed to say to you. You didn't even ask her, yeah, what's going on? What's wrong? You good? You didn't say that. Like, you just said, oh, I've been going through a lot. Girl, I don't give a fuck what you've been going through. Fuck you. I don't like Molly. I'm sorry. So she asks Molly if she can ask Lawrence. She can ask Andrew to talk to this artist. Molly clearly does not want to do it. But instead of saying, hey, girl, I don't feel comfortable doing this. I don't know. Let's come up with another solution. She's asking her about the contract and how he pulled out the contract. And she's like, well, there had to be something that you did. And I can see where Issa's like, bro, what do you mean something I did? Nigga, I just told you that this man just dropped out of the contract with no ifs, ands, or buts, and you sitting up here asking me what did I do wrong. I could see how Issa would get frustrated by that. I could understand. So when she asked Molly, and Molly is like, yeah, I guess I can ask him. Why don't you just say no? Like, I don't want to ask him. But the thing is, you don't want to ask him. I don't know, man, because you don't want to. Girl. Okay, so Andrew and Molly go out to dinner. And she wants to spend the whole night with him. And he's like, oh, I made plans to go play poker. And she was like, plans is date night. And he was like, I mean, you be working. And he was like, I mean, I can cancel the plans. And she was like, no, it's fine. Okay, well then it's fine. And shut your ass up. I'm not going to sit up here and ask somebody, yo, what do you want from me? And then I'm like, yo, you want me to cancel? And then they say no. And then I don't cancel, and you be like, dang, why ain't you cancel? No. Like, fuck you, Molly. Fuck you. So we see Molly, the last scene. Molly goes to see Andrew, and he says that he doesn't know if their relationship can withstand her schedule. She says that she has never been in a relationship long enough where she had to think about her schedule. And I don't know if they like agreed on something because then they just started kissing. So, like, I don't know. Like, they didn't come to a conclusion. So, I don't know. Maybe they did. And I just, like, I was looking at Molly rolling my eyes. So, I didn't know. But she calls Issa and she's like, yo. And Issa's like, oh my gosh, you did it. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And she's like, no, I didn't do it. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to, like, ask him. I'm not going to ruin my relationship for you. Which basically is what she said. I mean, she didn't say that, but she was like, I want to protect my relationship. I'm trying so desperately to not be the old me and say, well, then fuck you then, bitch, and hang up the phone and we never speak again. Because I'm a little confused. I don't know if my friend would have called me and, like, two ways this could have been avoided. When she called you earlier, and she asked you to do it, you should have just said no. Like, I don't really feel like doing it. But I can do something else. I can get something else. I can, help you look over the contract and make sure that, like, this nigga didn't, like, take you for something. Or she could have, asked him and seen what happened, but you waited until the last minute and then said, does that make sense? Does what make sense? You're saying to me that this thing that I want does not make sense. Oh, I didn't even talk about Nathan, who called her and left a voicemail talking about, oh, I seen that you was doing the block party and I'm really proud of you. You ain't gotta call me back. Nathan called her and Nathan was like, I seen that you're doing the block party, I'm really happy for you. You ain't got to call me back. And somebody said on Twitter, she got Nathan's number. Fuck Molly. Call Nathan. Ask Nathan to ask Andrew to hit up that artist. Fuck you, Molly. You want to protect your relationship? There's one thing saying that you won't do it, but then offering to help a different way. Molly is a bitch. I'm sorry. I know that Issa ain't been the best friend, but Molly's a bitch. I'm sorry. Molly sat up here and told Andrew, it might be a little janky. Was it the first episode or the episode when they was, throwing the courtyard party so she could get potential investors? It might be a little janky, but don't worry about it. You came up in that event talking about your problems and how Andrew wasn't being exclusive when Issa was trying to do something and felt neglected, that you ruined Issa. Well, you tried to ruin Issa's moment by putting your shit on her, and you talking about you don't want to be roped back into things when I don't remember it, but somebody on Twitter did and it made me remember it. When she was having sex with Dro in the bathroom like a fucking home wrecker and a slut, who in the hell came in that bathroom and fixed your hair so you could go out and sit across from his motherfucking wife? Like, girl, fuck you. You are a whore. You're a home wrecker. You're judgmental. You're stupid. And you gonna sit up here and talk about Issa? Does that make sense? Oh, it makes a lot of sense, bitch. We're done. I honestly don't feel like, because if this is Issa's, like, this is her passion, like she feels it deep in her heart, that could feel like you are just like turning your back to her and you're not recognizing what she could do. It feels like you're not there for her and it feels like you don't care. And I know that they've been taking jabs at one another, but I don't really feel like Issa has, like, come at Andrew in any way, shape, or form. Wasn't Molly, like, searching through his room last season, going through his computer? I can't remember what Molly did, but Molly did some crazy ass shit. And that's all fine and dandy, right? Right. But asking him or talking to your ex when both of y'all are single, that's not right. Okay. So I'm done. I'm gonna get off of here. 90 Day Fiance will be up later, or maybe tomorrow. Maybe really late. Yeah, I'm gonna do it tonight, but later. So anyway, if you like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Everything else you need to know about me will be down below. My name is Brielle. I make beats, I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye.